Okay, here we are back at Hickam Bowling Center. This is our third TV match of the Precision 300 Open, sponsored by Larry Seacrest. Once again, Scott on the right and Scott on the left.
Did you get your headset on now, Scott?
Oh man, I could do the opening without the headset. Thanks for telling me.
No, that's talent there.
The headset keeps the brains in. First shot for Derek Takahashi. And solid strike. Match is on. Okay, Keith is playing with his equipment, moving it around there. Okay, Keith. Keith is a dirt. I told him, wow, what were you doing when Clarence had to punch out in the 10th? He said, well, I threw my spare. I was done. I was relaxing on the side. I said, yeah, I figured. He wasn't even there to give Clarence 5, for each strike. Okay, Keith Yanni changes balls. Comes in light, leaves the 2-7. And remember, I was kind of saying he's kind of, lanes are kind of drying up for him.
Yes.
And he did make that ball change. In fact, that is an old ball that he was throwing. A very old ball. I think it's an old Ebonite Crush. And I get scared when he throws that ball.
How old is that ball? About 4 years old now? Three,
we call it old, but it's not that old, yeah.
Okay, you're talking in terms of age.
Going for the spare, covers a 2-7. And what's your opinion about the reactive balls? Do they last as long as, say, like our old rubber balls or plastic balls?
Definitely not. The newer reactive balls, they soak up the oil so much quicker at such a higher rate of speed that the balls get saturated with oil. Plus, if you bowl on wood lanes, they get nicked up really easy. So the basic life of a resin ball is nowhere near like what a rubber, plastic, or urethane ball used to be.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's a good tip from Scott Sayers of Precision 300. So that means you should buy a ball every season then?
Well, that would be one way to look at it. Or bring your equipment in for resurfacing every so often.
I see.
The upkeep of these balls is so great. I mean, you have to upkeep it more often than you have to with the older type of balls.
Okay, covers a spare. And so you would advise, say after a tournament and you get quite a few games on it, you got this big dull stripe on the ball. Should it be resurfaced then?
Or at least cleaned and polished up.
I see.
Or whatever surface that you normally have the ball at. For instance, if it's sanded, you want to clean it up, get the oil out of the ball, and re-sand it again. Or if you have it polished, keep it polished up real good.
And Steve Araki, first shot, big strike, and he has a double for the team of Takahashi and Araki.
And this team is making their first appearance on Hawaii TV Bowling.
Well, it doesn't look like it because they come out with two solid strikes in a row.
Okay, during qualifying, team of Araki and Takahashi, Steve Araki shot gains of 202, 213, 167 for a series of 582. Derek Takahashi shot 178, 177, 181 for a 536 series. Team total of 11-18, and they ended up in a tie for 24th place, in which they had a roll-off with George Arroyo and Glenn Adams, and they won that roll-off 98-78.
Okay, Derek Takahashi covers the spare. We had quite a few ties today.
Oh, yes.
Kind of pushed us back on our schedule a little bit.
So we're running just a wee bit late here.
Just a little bit, as Eldon used to say, a tad late. I said, what is a tad?
Half of a tadpole?
Oh, okay. I don't know how you come up with these sayings. Huh? Keith Yannis goes back to his other ball, goes back to his zone, and
goes up high.
Goes high. So, what do you think he should do?
Well, he could either stay with this particular ball here and just move his feet left and try and get it out a little bit further, or go with the ball that he's using now for a spare and just tighten up the shot a little bit more. A couple of ways to do it.
I wonder if I read Keith right. I think Keith may square up and go more right with that the red ball. Knowing Keith. Because he's at his best when he doesn't have to get that far in.
Yes, when he can go straighter up at the pocket. He'll knock the lights out all night.
And meanwhile, Clarence Chang is right at home. His house is Mac Bowl, and he loves that deep inside line. And swings it out, not coming back. And, Clarence wanted me to thank our good buddy over at Mac Bowl, Taro Miyasato, for, he said, all his patience. So I guess Taro's been helping him. And he says Clarence has a full roller release.
Yes, he does.
Now, aren't there special drillings that you need to do for?
Yeah, basically
roller
there's only really two ways to drill it. Taking a look at a right-hander, if you want a real stable type of reaction, you would put the pin at about 430 related to the center of gravity.
Ah.
And if you want to get a little more of a reactive type of drill where you can create more track flare, you put the pin at 730 related to the CG.
I see. Okay. So all you full rollers out there, you guys need some advice on drilling or how to lay out the equipment, go see Scott over at Precision 300. That's right. Full roller players. There's not too many people throwing with the full roller release nowadays, is there?
Not very much. A lot of people have switched over to the what's called the traditional 3/4 roller now.
Steve Araki covers the spare. Now, that's not to say that a full roller release can't be successful today.
No, especially with the drilling techniques that you have now, full roller can be competitive in today's environment.
I mean, Clarence Chang sure looks pretty good on lane 5 coming through in that last game. And nothing look, his carry's better than mine. I think I'm going to throw a full roller next week.
You're going to learn that release, right?
I think so, yeah. Maybe have you set up some balls for me. I can throw a full roller,
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
I've tried. And for some reason, I can't seem to do it.
I actually can throw the ball a lot of different ways, but if you ask me if I can throw the ball well, anyway, I'd have to say no.
Okay.
So, I got to cut myself down because Christine's not here to do it for me.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that she left because I would have had fun listening to that commentary there.
Uh-huh.
And of course, and when Troy and myself get on, then we always kind of help you out on that too, anyway. So
maybe we should get Troy on there. Where is Troy anyway? Keith Yanni switches to the red ball and kind of got it in. Leaves a 610. I knew he was going to throw that red ball.
It looked like he did go straighter, but just off target, if anything.
Looks like he picked up the speed on that and got it a little inside of target, yeah? Looks like he had a bigger swing.
Yeah, just a little bit. A little more acceleration through the downswing.
Keith going for the spare and covers the spare. Okay, so after 5 frames, the team of Chang and Hyani are down by 14 pins. They have spares in the first, second, third, fourth, and 5th frame. Team of Araki and Takahashi start out with a double and then 3 spares, so still a close match. I think they're going to save it for the end.
Like they did in the last match.
Okay, Clarence right over the 20 and back in the pocket. And, when Clarence is in the pocket, he gets a strike. He gets results.
Yeah, he's pretty good strike percentage there.
I think I had like about a 40% carry today.
Okay, in match play, team of Araki and Takahashi defeated Ashley Hung and Greg Artaho 223 to 197. And in the second match, they defeated Murakami and Inoue in a very tight match, 206 to 204. That gave them a 15-47 5-game series, and that put them in the number 3 position for TV.
Once again, they just bowled really, really steady, excelled at match play, knocked off the team of Guy Inoue and Les Murakami. I mean, they were bowling really, really well. Okay, Derek comes in high, leaves a 6-pin. Spare here, they'll maintain their 16-pin lead.
Okay, Derek is married. His wife's name is Sherry. Occupation is loves bakery as a driver. Has a current average of 189, lifetime high of 198. He has won 300 game, a 737 high series. Current league participating in is a BIA league. He's involved with the Windward Junior Bowling Program, Coach Richard Tanaka.
I remember Derek meeting him Hanabata days. He's very active in the Windward Junior program, and I was the rival, Polly Lanes. And Keith Iani changes to another ball. See, that's how much I know. And you're saying there goes Lone Ranger. And, Keith went to his bag of tricks, and out came another ball. I threw 5 balls today. When you see me changing equipment, you know I'm in trouble.
Yeah, especially with 5 different bowling balls.
Okay, Clarence kind of got it out there. Looks like he kind of dipped his shoulder and the ball kind of got away from him. He's a 1, 2, 8, 10.
Like you said, he got a little bit fast, dropped the shoulder down a little bit. The ball got away from his ankle, meaning that he's further from his ankle than he normally is. And
lost leverage on the shot, yeah.
So when you do that, you can't get behind the ball. You have a tendency to come over the ball with your elbow also, and just never get the ball rolling.
Okay, switches to a harder ball, and almost covers the window. Kind of not the traditional method, but Clarence has never been traditional, as he says. And almost gets it, but now they have an open frame, 144 in the 8th frame. Okay, Steve can step up here, and they can really start to stretch out their lead here. Steve right over the 20 board. Ball comes in high, leaves a 4, 6, 7. It looks like the lanes are kind of in transition right now.
Okay, Steve Araki is not married. His significant other's name is Winnie He. Has 2 children, James and Noel. Currently employed by the State of Hawaii Department of Transportation as a harbor inspector. Current average of 187, a lifetime high of 198. He has 2 300 games. Lifetime high series of 760. Currently participating in the HDEA Mixed League.
I think that league is over at Bolodrome, I believe.
Yes.
Bolodrome. Okay, Derek Takahashi up. Carries the Brooklyn strike. Team of Araki and Takahashi have a 7-pin lead after 8 frames.
Okay, Steve would like to say thank you to Sherry and Derek Takahashi, and also to Wes and Eileen Uchida.
Our good friends, Wes and Eileen. Okay, Keithiani coming up in the 9th frame. Very critical shot here. And solid in the pocket. And that blue ball, what kind of ball is that, Scott?
Looks like a sapphire zone.
It's right in there. He's getting a similar reaction to his black zone, and except he's getting more length with this ball. Is that due to the pearlized cover stock on that ball?
Well, I don't think that one's pearlized, but it's an older ball, and it does go a little bit longer by nature.
It looks a little pearlized. I don't know.
I didn't get a very good look at the ball, so it was a blue ball.
Yeah, blue ball. Yeah, okay. Clarence Chang gets the big double. They take the lead.
And you remember the last game he punched out in the 10th frame also.
Where's Keith again?
Sitting down relaxing.
Where is Keith? Where is he? What a dirty guy. Make the senior player put the pressure on him. I think Clarence should get 3/4 of the winnings. I think. That's what I think. Maybe I'll split it up and give it to them that way. Okay, right around the 20 board. Solid in the pocket. 3 in a row for the team of Chang and Hiani. Okay, that'll put them in the 200s. Okay, watch the shot. No question. It's dead flush. Okay, that is going to force Steve Araki to throw the first one in the 10th. Okay, got a little high, trips the 4-7, 4 in a row. The team of Chang and Hyani finished with a 2-0-4 game. And where is Keith Hyani?
Okay, we got Steve Araki coming up in the 10th. He needs a double here. Let me finish up on Derek Takahashi, who's Steve's partner here. He'd like to say thank you to Sosa and Marianne of Boss Hawaii and staff. Steve Araki for holding him up. Chris Kanemoto, he knows why.
The shot, and the 10 pin, the 6 pin rattling around does not carry the 10.
And Steve would like to also, Derek would also like to say thank you also to Mike and Estelle and also to his wife Sherry for all of her support.
In fact, Derek does work over at Boss Away. And
yes, he does.
we'll check him out. And Steve tosses it in the channel, but nevertheless, they would have been short on this match. He needed the first strike. The team of Chang and Hyani victorious with a 2-0-4 game over Steve Araki and Derek Takahashi, 179. Stay tuned for our semifinal match after these important messages.